G'day and welcome to our 5-minute winter hardcore survival guide. Now I love DayZ hardcore survival, especially when it comes to the harsh cold of the Namalsk mod. Now this is not exclusive to the Namalsk map. There are various servers out there on various maps with this mod attached. I've played Chernihiv, Livonia and a few others as well, and they're all interesting in their own way. Now with this cold mod, the key, as you might have guessed, is keeping warm. This does get easier as you progress, but can be extremely hard work when you start. Now I would generally suggest that right from the start you get used to the idea that not every life's going to be successful. Sometimes you can't find a knife, you can't find some food, you can't find some clothing, and one little mistake can escalate and then cost you your life. So you better get used to that right now. Now at the start you're going to need 3 things: heat, food and gear, in that order. Now if you're lucky, you will spawn in with a road flare or 2 helping you with your first fire, but you'll still need something sharp that can get bark from trees to be self-sufficient. Check dirt roads for stones, check any boats or sheds along the way for something with an edge like a knife or an axe. Hunting stands can also be a good option. Now you're ready to build your first fire. You can use various items to build a fire and you will need some form of lighter. If you have matches or a lighter, then you're laughing. But if not, as long as you have something sharp, you can make a lighter. Firstly, cut a piece of bark off of a tree, then combine it with a short stick. This will give you the option to make a hand drill kit. This can be used as a lighter for your fire. When making the fire, you will need a minimum of 1 rag and 1 short stick. The more sticks you add, the longer it will burn, and then if you can find firewood, it will burn even longer as well. But be economical with your use of all of your items. Now you've built your first fire, you will notice the heat bar in the bottom right hand corner. It will go from cleared blue to filled blue as you warm, then it will go to filled white, and then finally you'll get the plus symbol at the top. Now just a quick tip that I've noticed recently. When it's filled white, it seems like it's stopped going up, so you've got no arrow above it saying that it's going up. If you just wait a minute or 2, the plus symbol will come. Just seems to be a little bit bug at the moment. So this is what you need, that heat buff, to protect you from the cold for longer while you're gearing up. And now that you've got the heat buff, you can go looting and start looking for your food. Let's concentrate on the food next. Now food is generally scarce on these types of servers. Also, any tin food and water containers will generally be frozen when you find them. Before you can consume these, they will need to be defrosted next to a fireplace. It's good to note that canned food can be placed into the cooking slot of a fireplace and will defrost quicker. These food items will go through various stages from frozen, which you can't eat, to freezing, and you can eat from here, and then various wet stages. Now my top tip for food is learn to be self-sufficient and live off the land or sea. Domestic animals, cows, sheep and goats can be killed with melee weapons, generally because they don't run away too much, if you're persistent of course. If you find a weapon, a gun, a rifle or a crossbow, then you can go hunting for deer, wolves or even bears if you're brave enough. My preferred option though is fishing. If you find a hook and a fishing rod, then these are golden and should be kept. You can also make a fishing rod with 1 long stick and a piece of rope. You can also make hooks out of bones. Now you would also need something sharp to cut up the dead animal first to make a hook from these bones. You can also make extra bone knives by just holding 2 bones in your hands. It's also interesting to note that you can make rope by combining 2 stacks of rags, but keep some just in case you get cut later on. Now onto the clothing. Now these are precious items and you should pay attention to the insulation rating of every item that you're choosing to wear. These range from bad insulation, low insulation, medium, high and then best insulation as well. Now it's important to note that if an item is damaged, it will actually affect its insulation rating. And of course if it's wet, it's going to have less effect as well. So make sure you choose wisely and only ever repair an item that you're going to keep. This leads to the most important tip I can share. Do not waste your resources. This can be anything from using 2 bark in a fire, using an extra use on a blade when it's not needed. One little mistake like this, using up your resources, can definitely lead to further trouble down the line. And there you have it, our quick 5-minute winter hardcore survival guide. I hope you learned something from it and I hope it helps you survive in those cold, harsh winter servers. If you enjoyed this content, please let me know in the comments and I'll have more guides coming soon. Stay warm, stay safe. Oh, and watch your back for those pesky survivors.